How you doing? Hope you're really well. Enjoying this lovely weather. So I've been spending some time in the garden, just pottering really. And when I speak to Mother every week on a Sunday, one of the biggest conversations topics now is flowers and plants. And you take me back to when I was like sort of 8, 9, with my brother. My mother's always been a keen gardener, and my grandfather. And we spent quite a lot of time at nurseries and garden centres, looking at flowers and plants, and visiting gardens. And I had no interest. But as I got older, I started to, I don't know, maybe feel a connection and want to understand the stuff that's growing around me. Not just call it nature. I want to be able to identify things, so understand a little bit more about them. And while I was planting yesterday, it dawned upon me that how I plant a plant now is so much different to how I used to plant plants when I first started taking interest. See, when I say we're first interested in plants, it's because they look beautiful and you want to put or impart that beauty in your garden, in your house. So I'd buy a plant, spend good money on a plant, dig a hole in the garden, drop it in, hope for the best. Which is, I'm sure you'll realise, and I've found out to my expense, that if you're lucky, it'll grow. But you've got to prepare that environment a little bit, give it a chance. But I was planting the plants just purely for my selfish benefit and beauty. And the mother corrected me on telling me I should plant certain plants and prepare that environment. And what I realise now is that I stopped planting those plants purely for my enjoyment, and it became more about making that plant, or giving that plant an opportunity to grow. And lo and behold, you take time to prepare the environment, for that plant, it will flourish. It won't just survive because you've plonked it in a hole that it can't get its tiny roots into. You give it a chance, because you're planting that plant consciously and with thought, attention and care of your actions. And yesterday when I was planting, it was just reminding me that there's such a crossover. Yeah, if you want a thought or an experience in your life, when you think of it, you've got to think of it and how it would feel really to have that. And I guess what I'm trying to say is you've got to become conscious in everything you do. Yeah, if it's planting a plant or choosing to give your attention and energy to an event, circumstance or thought. It really is the one rule of magic: awareness and consciousness. Bye bye for now.